This is the regular expenses screen of the Cashflow GPS software. Folks, this is the engine that drives the entire Cashflow GPS system. You see, in order for you to take control of your financial lifestyle, and especially if you want to eliminate all of your debts, one of the most important things you have to know is where you're actually spending your money right now. Having said that, if you're like a majority of people in this country, you probably have somewhat of an idea where your money is going, but not an exact idea. And that's important that over time, that itemized list of expenses becomes more succinct and more precise. And the most important step that you have taken is to say, you know what, I am no longer wanting to be enslaved by my debts. I want to control them, and it begins by knowing where you're spending your money right now. So don't worry if you don't know exactly where you're spending your money right now. What's important is that you make a start, because over time there'll be more video tutorials in this segment, and I'll show you how to refine your data. And obviously that adage of GIGO, garbage in, garbage out, also applies. So the more accurate you can make your regular expenses screen, the more accurate your ability to take control of your finances and the ability to accurately forecast into the future. So let's go ahead and add an expense. So we're going to click on the Add Expense button. You'll see the familiar floating window. And on this one, on the right-hand side, you'll notice a number of regular household expenses. And all you do is you go through this list, and if there's an expense item that applies to you, you simply start typing that in the description field, and then you move on to the amount that is being incurred for that particular regular expense, and then the frequency. Now this is really, really important. You see, not all of your expenses are incurred on a weekly or a monthly basis. For example, my car insurance comes in every 6 months. My property taxes come in every year. So it's important that you get the frequency of those expenses correct, because that's going to influence the accuracy of the results that you see in the Cashflow GPS software. And then you put in the start time of that particular expense and also the end time for that particular expense. Let me give you an example. I'm going to put in diapers, and I'm going to put in $95 per month, and by the way, that's from personal experience. And so let's say you have a toddler right now who's 2 years old as of July 2011. So that's the start month and year. Look at this, there's an end date for this as well, and the program automatically defaults to 2041, but I know that I'm not going to incur $95 a year for a diaper expense for the next 30 years. At least I hope not. So I'm going to put in 2013 just to be on the safe side, and I'm going to click on Submit. And then we're going to close this window, and here's that expense of diapers, $95 a month, comes in July 2011, and conservatively I'm reckoning that there's probably another 2 years that my toddler is going to be in diapers, and then that expense item is no longer going to be taken into account in the Cashflow GPS software. See folks, this is really, really important. Why? Because pretty much every other financial management tool out there assumes that when you enter an expense items, like we've just done, $95 a month, that expense item is going to go on forever and a day. See, what happens is that you end up with inaccurate forecasts, and then you look at where you're supposed to be and where you actually are, and then you many people simply give up and they go, oh, look, I can't achieve the results this program is telling me. Well, it's the program that's wrong, not you. So what we want to do with Cashflow GPS is, one, make sure that it gives you the ability to take control of your financial lifestyle to begin with, and then give you very, very accurate forecasts into the future, so that it gives you a sense of achievement and hope that what you're going to see in the forecast is what you're actually able to achieve in your actual financial lifestyle. So that's the regular expenses screen. As I said, come back to this screen. I'm going to add more tutorials and help you to refine this information. And as I said right at the very beginning, if you don't know exactly how much you're spending on a particular item, don't worry, just guesstimate and simply take that item into account. That's where you need to start. All right, so that's regular expenses.